Where is privacy headed? I think this speaks to kind of something that many of us said, including what Beatrice said. There's a little bit of fragmentation and convergence happening at the same time, which is a really weird phenomena. Meaning like there's more laws than ever that are coming out with different components and one-upism, et cetera. And yet at the same time, you're seeing thematic things happening like universal opt-out mechanisms, converging as a common standard for GPC, et cetera. And so look out for both and try to find a way to kind of find the patterns and also scale with the deviations. Next is spot checking. We talked about that, but regulators are starting to spot check based on, and by the way, I've even heard this behind closed doors from regulators. They are looking at your privacy policy. They are looking at your cookie banner. They are looking at your do not sell portal. Like these are the ways that they're starting to come in the door. And once they're in, they want to look at all the other fun stuff, your data mapping, your contracts, your training, all that other governance stuff that's behind the scenes that sometimes you all have to justify to your executive team or board. And then, beyond traditional privacy, Beatrice spent a lot of time talking about AI. AI and connected TV and connected vehicles and some of these other spaces feel a little bit like the aviation space, like in the 1920s, where there was like wicker basket seats nailed down to the plane, right? This stuff is still really early days with regulation. And I think knowing that our roles cumulatively, all of us on this webinar and beyond, need to change because while it's all privacy, AI and connected vehicles, all these things have other components. They have sometimes physical hardware involved. Sometimes they have human characteristics like Beatrice talked about, et cetera. And so I would think about what that means in terms of how you manage your programs, what you need to think about next. What do organizations need to worry about? I talked about this a little bit earlier, but core competencies first. It's really easy to get distracted by all the new laws, all the webinars, all the blogs, et cetera. But there are core common privacy tasks that everybody needs to do. Disclosure, consent management, DSAR fulfillment, mapping your data, having your ROPAs if you're in the European Union area, et cetera. These are still important things and they will continue to be important things in the future. Adjusting your programs for spot checking. Demonstrating returns is really important. Programs are getting expensive and needing to prove that you're actually doing something to mitigate risk, to reduce harm, to instill trust is more important than ever. And what are sentiments? I think we're all excited about where privacy is going, but there's some anxiety about the velocity. So justify your spend and look for things that create leverage, pulley systems, so to speak, right? Scaling technologies, et cetera, are the way to move forward.